We'll just start it up back here. So let me get back to the boat. Was just gonna jump into it, but it was raining, so I really just wanted to get that quest out of the way, which is still ongoing, but I'm not too invested with dumping my resources into it right now. Maybe later. There's fast travel. Good. Okay, so that does work. Why would I assume it just doesn't work? Actually, let me check the map again one more time. Area map. Did anything pop up? No. Yes. But that's not what I'm looking for. Weird. Well, it's nice that the boat goes faster now. Meh, the origin. Are preparations made for set sail? Yes. Aye aye. Next stop, origin.
We here, middle of Great Sea. Noah, please to activate cloaking device.
Roger. Cloaking activated. No issues yet.
Are we sure this is really gonna work? They're not gonna, like, open fire when we get too close? Maybe I shouldn't be here. If it ends up working to our disadvantage.
We cross bridge when we get to. Anyhow, we small targets, so won't take every bullet.
Riku, you don't seem to be taking this seriously.
If worst comes to worst, we'll try to draw the heat for you. That'll take the wind out of their sails.
Okay. Hey, what's a sail again?
We've made it this far. Just quit worrying. Go with the flow, yeah? Spark's sake. Talk about carefree.
It's go time. Full power to engine. There be a little drop, so make sure to hold on tight.
Wait, what drop?
Mid-roll warning!
So you've come, Ouroboros.
Huh? Check it! The sea's looking funky.
And not only sea,
perpetual cycle.
Oh, crap.
Mobius mutters. What are they thinking?
They're even shooting at colonies that haven't been freed.
Taking pot shots now?
They're still their allies. If they lost the plot.
You alive?
Monica!
Just barely. They dropped one of our ships. How are you?
We're holding out here. Bastards. I can't believe they're firing at their own. I thought we were the only ones they wanted gone.
Yeah. If this keeps up, they'll as good as raise the entire world.
They're all about life, aren't they? As long as they have origin, they can keep on making more of us. For them, this might just count as charging up. Reveling in the final glimmers of our lives.
They want us to flicker out.
When the last light fades, they're planning on starting over. In a world without us.
That's all kinds of messed up.
Please don't look there!
Isn't that the Colony 30 detachment?
But that's suicide!
Turn around!
Such drama. So much unavoidable tragedy. In order to preserve the endless now. Fear not, you need not grieve. Lives come back around. In due time, you will all be reborn once again.
Those punks are getting rowdy.
They do seem thoroughly committed to ensuring our deaths, yes. Maybe they're not even conscious of the whole notion of killing. How so? It's like a natural instinct. To them, it's as basic as breathing.
Nice theory, kid, but don't make excuses for him.
Of course.
All right then. Gondor!
Guess it's time to pull out all the stops. We'll play the decoy for you. You guys gun it, yeah? Go and clear us out a path. A path to give this world a future.
Gondor! We got it! If we're gonna get to the vortex, we'll need your help! Riku!
punch through open throttle to full. We climb up flow in one big swell.
Roger that! We can't take much more!
Get in, Ouroboros!
Over there! The center! Riku! Deploy the ram!
Riku on it!
We've got a clear shot! Here goes! Origin.
Almost like a Pharaonis, huh? The original Pharaonis.
This one's the first.
Not just first. I think all Pharaonises derived from this one right here.
Whoa. So this is what it's like on the inside. It's all just machines and more machines.
I also see trace amounts of the black fog.
Hey, this metal. It's like Noah's sword.
You're right. It is the same.
Mio, you know what's in here? Sorry, no. Whenever we teleported, it was always to a large, dim room. I think that was Zed's doing, to keep the location secret.
Well, guess we're searching the old-fashioned way then.
What about the other Mobius? Anything?
About that, it's odd. It's like they're right here beside me, but also far away. I feel like I'm surrounded by them on all sides.
Well, this is the enemy base and all. Kinda makes sense.
Or maybe
Huh?
this whole place, floor, walls and ceiling, everything here could be Mobius.
Is it them? No. The transmission pattern's different. This feeling. It's like it's calling to us.
You think it's the Kavesi Queen?
Maybe.
Where then? Can you tell?
go. It's all been leading to this.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Okay. Well, I know I said earlier that I don't think we're close to the end game. I said we were close to the end game, but like now I think we're there. This is kind of well, I mean, it could pull a Xenoblade 2 on us, where it's like we're just about there, but then they throw one more area at us. So I could see possibly another area after this that we're not expecting. Slight spoilers for Xenoblade 2. I don't want to talk too much because I really do enjoy Xenoblade 2. It is one of my favorite RPGs. Alright, I'm just gonna AoE the rest down. They're pretty good for experience, it looks like. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to how much experience we need or how much we've been getting. It does look like it does move it up a sizable chunk.
What the spark were those things? They fall apart the moment we take them down.
The black fog is gone too.
They're not mechanical, but neither are they biological.
Something wrong, Mio?
As they fell, I could feel it. Very slightly. A vague whiff of Mobius coming off them.
Those things? What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Mio, didn't you say before all this could be Mobius?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say those things might be Mobius as well? But they don't even look human.
I think the shape might not matter so much.
Huh?
I think I'm starting to get the picture. I feel like I know what Mobius is.
You who wield the sword of the end. The endless now is under threat of being cut short. Could you do it, I wonder? Could you slay the ones who advance relentlessly toward despair? You do, after all, desire eternity above all others. Now, take it in your hand. For the endless now, for that which you so desire.
Is this like
Black
rare?
Clover.
Never seen this place before.
They're putting these checkpoints pretty close together. I'm getting a little nervous with the amount of talking that could come up, but hopefully I can
We wait.
kind of carry from checkpoint to checkpoint. I guess there's going to be a new, I know I just said Black Clover, but that just reminded me of Shonen Jump. I guess there's going to be another episode of Chainsaw Man out tomorrow? or at least a chapter, but I think they come out in the same day. I'm glad people are enjoying Chainsaw Man. I probably won't watch too much of the anime until it's all done, because I already know what happens. And I would want to binge it. But if people are just experiencing it, you know, weekly, I think it's worth it. First episode, I think, was just a recap of the first chapter. I don't know how fast the story is going to go along. It's not a insanely long manga, at least part 1. It's just about 90 chapters, which is long-ish. But like, you know, the JoJo like series have, you know, they're around 100 plus-ish chapters. They get them wrapped up in about 30-ish episodes. So I would imagine we're likely to see that many for Chainsaw Man, with probably gaps in between. We're probably not getting it all consistently, I would imagine. Okay, hiatus. Here's season 2. Hiatus. So it's probably going to be a while to get Chainsaw Man done. I would like to see it continue weekly until it's over. But I don't know how much time they've maybe put into it. But Chainsaw Man Part 1 has been done for at least a year and a bit. So they could have been working on this manga for quite some time. I think I said manga, I meant anime. But that all depends on like how long it took to get greenlit, all that stuff. So that's what I would hope, but I would most likely think we're gonna get season 1, season 2, season 3. In like about, I would say the 12 episode batch. If it just keeps going, fantastic. I will be very happy. And I would kind of not want that to be the case. Or no. I'm crossing my points again. I would want it to come out consistently weekly. Because if there was like a gap, like, hey, we'll get season 2 next year, I think that would drive a lot of people to read it, which is also okay. But I would want them to kind of enjoy it the way that maybe they will want to intake the series. Because I'm definitely more of a manga reader. I remember when Attack on Titan started, and I thought the first episode was so good. I'm like, this show is crazy. It was maybe the first couple episodes. I don't know how long it took me to pick it up. But I thought it was so good that I had to start reading the manga. Which I did. Until it was done. And I don't think it's bad. I think it kind of peters out at the time skip. Spoiler alert, there's a time skip. And it's not even that it peters out, it's just the story changes so much that it, like, the hook that, you know, grabbed you is probably not what's keeping you at that point. You're just kind of there to see what happens. And I would say it kind of drags. Like, you kind of know what they're after, and you're just waiting for it to happen. And it's just, okay, when's it gonna happen? Then it's over, and I mean, that's honestly, it probably got the ending it needed. a little frustrating they don't really explain some of the stuff that I would like to like know. But that was probably intentional, and probably the creator might have not even thought about that because like it's not really important to the story. Which it's not. But you'd kind of like to know. Maybe they're saving it for like the Attack on Titan Design Works special volume. Kind of like what they did for Death Note. Where they're like, ooh, it comes with a little envelope and inside is L's real name. Buy it and find out. And then you buy it. I mean, should I say? I feel like Death Note is so old and it's such an irrelevant thing to like know. And it also makes like Misa's character like really dumb. Because L's name is L. And his last name's like Lolowitz or something. And it's like Misa forgot that. I mean, you can honestly forget the spelling, maybe. But I would maybe make a note to not forget that if it's that important. Lolly it. Yeah, it was something like that. You're right. It's so dumb. And I think they were trying to make it be like, oh, it was, you know, nobody would ever guess. But I think when they came up with that, they forgot. A certain character knew his name and forgot it. And I might be obscuring the story details because I know there is memory loss involved, but you're supposed to get your memories back. So that's my knock on Death Note. Or at least the special edition volumes with never before seen or heard of information. Thank you, Rune. I'm glad you're a boomer anime enjoyer. Such as myself.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
Here we go, guys. Acknowledge. Assuming combat position.
Oh, but I think that I can't remember if that volume had like the light, or not the light, the L side story in it as well. There was a bunch of stuff in that. It might have been that one, but that might have just been its own separate thing as well.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
But it was kind of cool that it did come in like a little envelope, like in the booklet that you had to open. It was cool. You know, they didn't have to put that much effort into it, but they did. And I can only imagine what they're gonna do for One Piece when that ends. Your friends shove the information down your throat. I mean, that's kind of rude. It kind of, you know, I mean, like I said, it doesn't really add much to the story, but it kind of, I would say it takes away if you know. It's kind of the very last thing you want to know. Oh my gosh, it was Ika. Come on. Have a little bit more respect for the structural integrity of Death Note.
Wonder what's inside.
Did you know they have the Death Note soundtrack on Spotify? I really only give fake spoilers. I mean, I guess that's okay, but some people are even cheesed at like fake spoilers. So that's why if I ever try to like give a fake spoiler where I'm like, "Oh, have you read the manga?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Dude, when Snape kills Dumbledore," they're like, "Shut up." I'm like, that's all I would do is that one line is that was the spoiler of the honestly of the decade. So now that's just what I say if I want to give a fake spoiler. Even though it makes 0 sense. And just shows my maturity level. And then there's stuff I will just never talk about. Dude, if Elden Ring had a card game, I think that would make it game of the decade. And it was good. Like, I have been thinking about like getting back into Splatoon, and I'm like, I really just want to play the card game more. I want to play more of that card game. I don't need to do the Splat Fest or whatever to get my levels up. I've already maxed out for this season. But I just want to play more of the card game stuff. No, I won't spoil. I definitely won't spoil Danganronpa. And actually, the creators came out and said that they would not be against coming back to the series, which is insane. Not like insane to like for them to say it, but like insane news because those games are great. But I would think that is kind of implying that maybe their, you know, alternate projects weren't as, you know, fruitful for them. Because, like, it's already niche and, like, you're going to try other stuff. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're waiting to see how that, the Raindrop Mystery Inc. game is. I don't remember the name of it. I know it involves rain and there's mysteries. And I'm probably going to pick it up. I don't have much of a comment on Tokyo Death Parade Club Band, whatever that one's called. I own it on Switch, but it's not, I can't really call it a game. It's, the gameplay is very bad, but it has at least an okay story. And I don't even know what's happened with, I don't think it's the creator of Danganronpa, it's just the artist of Danganronpa. Clan 9? It's an anime / mobile game. It's about baseball. All I know is an anime came out and there is maybe an app, but I don't even know if the app is out. And that's the annoying part, because now whenever I see that guy's art, I'm like, oh, it's Danganronpa, but it's not. Like, the writers of Danganronpa are the games. The art is just very, you know, it's the iconic part of the visuals. And that's not to knock the artist. I'm just saying, like, every time I see his art, I'm like, oh, this is Danganronpa. This is gonna rock. When it's he has like nothing to do with the good parts of Danganronpa. That is a very bad way of describing it. Not like the good parts, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. His iconic character design is the part that is a positive. I don't know what I'm saying. It definitely doesn't sound like a compliment. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop saying Danganronpa. I think it's funny though that another streamer I watched quite a bit and try to emulate his content, Northern Lion, he did a sponsored stream with Xbox, and he was just reading what was on Game Pass, and he was like, Danganronpa, Killing Harmony, and it got clipped and was like his most popular clip.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
But if I'm saying a visual novel is very good and some of my favorite games I've ever played, I think that comes as high praise. Especially after playing Digimon Survive. Visual novel that is very tough to recommend. I honestly can't believe I finished Digimon Survive before Xenoblade. But there's also a reason for it. And it's not because that game is short at all. I mean, it is like I'm over 100 hours. And I've streamed about, I want to say 50. So it's about half. Like half of the game has just been like the side stuff. Which is optional, but like you want to do it. One, because it does give you rewards. And two, it is just, there are good stories. It just adds to the story.
Better make sure we're well rested.
Much better.
Like, I'll even check. I definitely don't need to fight any of these guys. 82. We could go absolutely insane on character level.
Right then, should we get a move on?
I also saw you could reduce this. Might have just been a Xenoblade 2 thing, but I saw someone reduce level in Xenoblade 2, and I'm like, that would have been nice to know. I didn't have to play on hard. We can't beat that.
This could be dicey. Up to you.
Unless they're all really weak.
This'll be a challenge. Don't lose focus.
I know. Gotta pull my weight too.
Don't hit.
No, they're all very strong. Is this a safe area now? I'm stupid. We're dead? We're gonna die? I can't fight 3. My hope was that I was like as hard as one big guy, but 3 separate guys.
I've got it all covered. Just you watch. I can show you a use for all that strength.
They probably have a nice handful of moves if they're all individuals. I should have probably tried to get the what the heck am I trying to say? Like the advanced version of Soul Hacker, so I could at least level it up past 10. Okay. Yes, I could just level up to 82 right now and probably beat them real easy, but I want to hoard that until I can get to max level, so I don't have to grind. And just do like chain attack, 400% more experience, 600% more experience, which would probably be pretty fast. That would probably not take a long time.
Quite a rare sight. I'll whack 'em good. Come here. I got something for you. Thanks.
But it's something I could just like not have to do at all. Could do it now and then just, you know, get the like 10, 15 more levels. And then just boost to 99, which I'm assuming is the max. It was the max in Xenoblade 2, which I never reached.
That was over way too soon.
Hear that, Noah? Lads want something a bit meatier. That's rare. Hey, this one means business.
Okay, I wasn't gonna engage, but I was only gonna fight if they were gonna fight. I like that beam move. Thought I picked that up. This spit beam, not my favorite. I'd rather have Dragon Gas, which is just a great name for a move. Thanks, Xenoblade, for putting that in the game and making me say it out loud.
This is something
Target lock. No, I don't want to use that then. Nearby allies when arts hit max. Whatever. That seems fine. The other one was not good. You can change him to tank. That's kind of
Just you watch.
the other thing with this class is you can change it to be pretty much whatever you want, but you do need the moves to kind of make them work. I can't remember if there was a rare blade in 2 that was like this. I know there was one that needed you to beat elites to like level it up, and the blade sucked, so there was like no point in doing it, but that's as much as I remember. Like, she was the most annoying blade to level up and wasn't even good. Yes, I did watch a bunch of tier lists, so I do vaguely remember this being accurate. Oh, man, I've been sitting on the Ghostbusters. I'm thinking I will pick it up, even though it's on Epic Games. I definitely don't want to get it on PlayStation and then have to pay for PS Plus again. And it's annoying that it's only on Epic, but whatever. At least it's not on Origin. Also, I guess Stadia is shutting down now. That's not a huge surprise, but kind of a little surprising, but not really. Yeah, just like straight up full refund if you bought it and bought games on it, just a full refund. That is honestly as like more than you would normally get anywhere. The surprise that it failed is not the surprise. The surprise is Google was like, yeah, we're just pulling the plug and we're going to give everyone all of their money back. Do you think I could get all of my money back for owning a Wii U? Oh. Glad I bought it. I was gonna make a joke about the PS Vita, but there was actually a class action lawsuit against it. And you could get some of your money back at least. But I didn't participate because I didn't even know this happened. If I had a copy of Xenoblade X, I'd probably be okay with owning a Wii U. Because then I'd be like, I have the whole library. I've got Smash Bros, which I'll never play again. I don't even need Bayonetta 2. It's not locked to that. It's on Switch, and I own it. And I'm not going to talk much more about Bayonetta, except it will not be happening at the end of the month. So I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. Dude, the Vita store was actually nuts. I wish it was still up because I probably could have got Digimon World on the Vita. They had crazy backwards compatibility. Well, not like compatibility, but like digital versions of retro games. I have Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and I think that's all I bought. But I also own like 2 of like the 4 good games you should own for it. And one of them's not even locked to the system anymore, which was Gravity Rush. The other one is Soul Sacrifice, which is very fun. But I didn't get Delta because it was digital only. It did have, I don't know what you'd call it. It was like cloud, pseudo cloud gaming. I guess streaming. You're streaming it from your PlayStation. It did have that. I used it maybe twice because I didn't have a PS4 for like a very long time. I didn't own a PS4 until like God of War came out. And then I think next year they announced PS5 and it came out. Or like it was the year, not next year, but like the year after. So I bought like a PS4. I own like, I have Bloodborne, God of War, Persona 5, like vanilla. That's it?
Let's use this.
In all honesty, I should just factory reset it and sell it for like a couple hundred. I think Spelunky 2 is on there. I think it also has Spelunky 2 on there because it released 2 weeks early on PlayStation. And I'm like, I'm not waiting. I'll just buy it again, which I did. So I have like a 2-week played save file of Spelunky 2 on there. No, but I guess it was like PS3 was out when the Vita was kind of on the market. Because I have PlayStation Battle Royale. And I know I played that on the Vita. But I don't think I bought the Vita version. That's a PS3 game, though.
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual, Noah.
And I remember thinking that the PS4 was really going to boost the Vita up. Because they did, I think they used to bundle them together in like a big, mega, you better be rich bundle. Where they did promote it as like, almost like a peripheral, which doesn't help. But I know the PS4 like streaming was pretty big at the time. Like this is pre-Switch, and Sony was out here like, yep, you can play console games on this thing. But it was internet based and was pretty funky, and at the time I had way worse internet and it hardly worked. I say hardly, but when it worked, and then, but like if it was like really crappy one day, it was just impossible. Really suck. Like honestly, we could have all been playing Sony Switches if the Vita had taken off. How has the PS Vita come up again? I always end up talking about the damn thing.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Let's use this. Keep your heads or lose them. Got to allow for a little challenge now and then.
Please don't attack me. Thank you. Great miss. Okay, I guess while on the subject of Vita, I did say the best games, and I only named 2. Gravity Rush and Soul Sacrifice. The other one is Muramasa, which I don't own and am stupid for not getting. Because I didn't think it was going to get locked to the Vita. And now there's no way to play that version. I do own it on Wii, but I'm not setting up a Wii or Wii U. And I know there was Odin Sphere, but I didn't play Odin Sphere originally, so I don't really have a comment on Odin Sphere. I do have it on PS5. I did buy it. It was on sale after we kind of played Dragon's Crown, which is weird timing on that. And I guess Dragon's Crown is also on Vita, but it's only the original. They didn't re-release the Pro. Oh, I guess that's a PS4 game I own. Dragon's Crown. And PS3. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get unlimited sword, so we'll just chain attack. Oh, well, there is Persona 4 Golden. I do own that, and that used to be locked to Vita. I think still is, unless it did come out. But I don't think those have started releasing yet. They might have, but don't quote me on that. And I'm really trying to scratch my head. Like, that is about it. If you want to count Sever, which is no longer exclusive to Vita, the drink box, they did the Guacamelee game. It's kind of like a little punch out, but you use the touchscreen. It's okay. It's pretty good. That's kind of what the Vita turned into. It was a lot of indie games. It was kind of like the portable indie machine at the time. I think Spelunky's on there. But not much else. Well, there was much else, but like not anything really memorable. And no real system seller. I just wish they kept the storefront up. If I paid more attention to it and really kind of knew what I wanted, I wish they left the storefront open just a bit longer. But I wish I owned a Vita TV, because then I could stream it. But not even the Vita TV could save the PS Vita. This guy's toast. Attack mastery. Fancy. But I think I am going to take another quick break here.
Let's use this.
We're about at that time. And I definitely need water because I've just been rambling on about the PlayStation Vita. Everyone's favorite system.
Time to take the fast way.
So I'm going to be right back.